Have you ever wondered how kids can thrive when the temperature drops to -79 degrees Fahrenheit in just one breath? In the frozen Arctic, ancient wisdom is passed down without modern limits, and the youngest become true survival masters. Inuit elders teach their children one clear rule: adapt naturally or be lost to the cold. Western children learn math and reading. Inuit children learn to read ice patterns that mean life or death. What these young apprentices learn in the relentless Arctic isn't just about survival. It redefines human strength in a way that even modern experts would admire. From the moment they learn to walk, Inuit children enter a world where every snow drift, animal track, and gust of wind tells a story. In a land where temperatures plummet to -79 degrees Fahrenheit, what most adults would see as a hostile, deadly environment becomes a magical playground, a place where survival skills are learned through joyful play. Imagine a young child, eyes bright with curiosity, preparing to leap in the high kick game. To outsiders, it might look like simple fun. A child trying to hit a sealskin target suspended 8 feet in the air, landing perfectly on one foot. Yet, this isn't just play. Every leap and landing trains explosive leg strength and hones the precise foot placement needed to navigate unstable ice during a hunt. In that moment, you can almost hear the soft crunch of snow underfoot and feel the tension in the crisp Arctic air. It's as if the ice itself whispers a secret promise: master me, and you'll survive. By age 6, an astonishing 92% of Inuit children have already embraced these traditional games. These activities are not merely physical drills, they are lively lessons passed down through generations. Each game is layered with survival knowledge. The high kick, for example, builds muscle memory for ice navigation, while pushing, pulling, and endurance contests quietly shape the strength needed to haul prey or trek for days. What makes this approach so remarkable is its natural, unforced transfer of wisdom. Rather than intimidating drills that evoke fear, these games invite children to learn without pressure. As one elder puts it, when we play, we remember how our ancestors survived. Through play, every move, every jump becomes a living connection to centuries of accumulated wisdom. Yet, beneath the laughter and fun lies a profound truth. These games teach subtle environmental awareness. They train children to sense the shift of wind, to read the texture of snow, and to detect the faint hints of animal behavior, a skill that no textbook can match. Take a moment to picture a child on the ice, heart pounding with excitement and a whisper of anxiety as they make a daring leap. In that split second, the child isn't just playing a game. They're learning to trust their instincts and embrace the unpredictable nature of their world. It's a delicate dance between risk and reward, where every playful moment is a rehearsal for survival. But here's the burning question. If play can transform a deadly landscape into a classroom, what other secrets does this Arctic playground hide? Stay tuned, because next we'll reveal how the same playful spirit turns the white, silent ice into a living storybook, a guide written in nature's own language. Where outsiders see nothing but endless white, Inuit children read a secret survival manual written in the ice. At -79 degrees Fahrenheit, every crack, hue, and whisper in the ice can mean the difference between safety and disaster. Imagine a child crouching on a frozen patch, studying the surface with the intensity of a detective deciphering a hidden code. The ice isn't just a cold barrier, it speaks. A slight change in color tells the child where the ice is thick and strong. A subtle crack or faint echo warns of hidden weak spots. In this way, each piece of ice becomes a line in a story that only those who live here can truly understand. The stakes are enormous. One misinterpreted sign, one careless step, and the consequences can be fatal. Wet clothing freezes instantly, body heat is lost in an instant, and rescue becomes nearly impossible in this vast, unforgiving landscape. Yet, even in this life-or-death classroom, learning happens naturally. By age 10, Inuit children can identify 14 distinct ice formations with a precision that rivals modern instruments. Elders never force this knowledge on the young. Instead, they point out the ice's secrets during gentle, guided explorations. As one elder wisely says, "We don't lecture, we point and let them discover." Children first watch in silence. Then, as their confidence grows, they begin to test the ice with safe, supervised experiments. The ice, in all its complexity, tells a story through sound as well as sight. Safe ice emits a steady, reassuring crackle, while a dangerous patch falls eerily silent before collapsing. Through repeated exposure and playful testing, these children learn not only to see the ice, but to listen to it. A multi-sensory lesson that embeds survival skills deep into their memory. Every observation becomes a narrative, where even a phrase like "fox ice" captures the unpredictable, shifting nature of certain patches. These stories, woven into evening tales by the elders, transform technical details into memorable lessons. The ice truly whispers its secrets, and in those quiet moments, children learn to read its language instinctively. But reading the ice is just the beginning. As these young apprentices grow, their deep, intuitive understanding of the frozen world becomes a foundation for every decision they make in the Arctic. So, if the ice can tell its story so clearly, what further secrets will it reveal when the children learn to shape their world with their own hands? Stay with us as we explore the next chapter, where tools become more than playthings. They turn into extensions of life itself. What appears to be simple play, children tossing miniature harpoons at snowmounds, is actually the foundation of a sophisticated survival training system. In the Arctic, even toys are lessons in resilience. From their earliest days, Inuit children receive scaled-down versions of the very tools that will one day keep them alive. A toddler's small panak, snow knife, isn't just a toy. It's an introduction to the art of shaping snow into shelter. Older children practice with kakivak, fish spears, along the shoreline, developing the precise skills they'll need in real hunts. These are not modern plastic gadgets, but fully functional tools, refined over millennia to work flawlessly in sub-zero temperatures. Imagine a child's first encounter with the UNAQ, a tiny harpoon thrown with the same determination as an experienced hunter. Modern equipment might shatter or freeze in these harsh conditions, yet traditional tools thrive. The ingenious toggle-head design of the UNAQ works like a lock and key system, ensuring that, even if the prey dives, the harpoon remains secure. These playful sessions are far more than games. Harpoon throwing contests teach the exact arm motion required for striking seals at breathing holes. The angle of release, the follow-through, and the stance practiced in these moments become instinctive movements, etched into muscle memory. In this environment, every throw is a rehearsal for survival. Children learn the science of materials firsthand as they handle tools day after day. They discover that wet sinew shrinks as it dries, perfect for lashing, while bone stays workable in the cold, even when wood would splinter. This hands-on experience transforms abstract lessons into practical wisdom, ensuring that the intricate details of tool use become second nature. Elders guide these playful exercises with gentle corrections and storytelling. They recount how the trickster raven invented the first snow knife, turning technical details into memorable legends. This blend of narrative and practice makes complex engineering principles accessible even to the youngest learners. But here's the remarkable part. As children progress, their early tool skills evolve seamlessly. A child who starts by throwing at snow mounds eventually learns to strike floating targets, then moves on to real hunting, all using the same foundational techniques nurtured through play. As we see how these tools, passed down through generations, shape survival skills, one must wonder, if these small toys can hold such deep wisdom, what other secrets of the Arctic will be unlocked when these lessons extend beyond tools to mastering the very weather itself? Stay tuned as we explore the next chapter, where Inuit children learn to read weather patterns with a precision that challenges modern science. In a world where textbooks age and technology falters, Inuit children learn from living libraries, the elders whose wisdom has been tested by centuries in the harsh Arctic. In this land of -79 degrees Fahrenheit, every elder is a storyteller, a guardian of survival secrets passed down through generations. Picture a family gathered around a flickering oil lamp on a cold winter night. An elder, with eyes that hold the weight of many winters, begins a tale about a clever Arctic fox. This story isn't just for entertainment. It teaches how certain cloud formations signal an approaching storm and how subtle changes in the snow hint at danger. In these moments, every word is a lesson, every pause a chance to imprint survival knowledge into young minds. Elders don't lecture. They share their experiences through rich, memorable narratives. As one elder wisely says, a story is like a seed planted in the mind. It grows with the child, offering shelter and guidance. Children absorb these stories naturally, remembering details not from forced instruction, but from the emotion and imagery that bring each lesson to life. These narratives are carefully structured. Fox tales consistently teach about wind patterns, while owl stories focus on night navigation. Each story weaves together practical survival tips with cultural values, linking the land, Nuna, language, Ukausik, and ancestral wisdom, Unipkaat, in a tapestry that makes every lesson unforgettable. The process is as natural as the Arctic itself. Toddlers listen intently, older kids retell simplified versions, and teenagers learn to add dramatic pauses and gestures that highlight key lessons. This gradual, hands-on method ensures that by the time a child steps into the role of teacher, the survival skills are deeply ingrained. But the power of these stories goes beyond mere facts. They form emotional blueprints that help children navigate real-world challenges. Imagine a child recalling how the fox sensed a brewing storm simply by the feel of snow on its paws. This memory guides them when they face the unpredictable elements themselves. As we see these living libraries at work, one can't help but wonder, if a single story can carry such wisdom and spark survival instincts, what happens when these narratives merge with the next frontier of Inuit learning? Stay with us as we transition to the next chapter, where failure is not feared but celebrated, and every mistake becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. In the Arctic, where every mistake can be deadly, failure isn't feared, it's celebrated. While many Western cultures shield children from failure, Inuit communities embrace it as a vital lesson in resilience. Here, every misstep is an opportunity to learn and grow. Imagine a cold winter day at -79 degrees Fahrenheit, where a young hunter, filled with nervous excitement, attempts his very first seal hunt. He misses his target not once, but several times. Instead of scolding him, the entire community gathers to cheer his effort. Elders toss candies and small gifts, turning every missed throw into a joyful celebration. This ritual, known as parlavut, to catch something in the air, reminds children that every failure is simply a stepping stone to mastery. Before these celebrations, careful preparation ensures that mistakes are safe and instructive. Scaled-down tools and supervised practice sessions create controlled environments where risk is minimized. Whether the hunt is for rabbits, fish, or birds, the focus remains on effort and learning rather than just the outcome. In these moments, a child learns that failure is not a dead end, but a chance to fine-tune skills and build confidence. Scientific studies back this up. Research shows that about 63% of Arctic survival skills are learned through trial and error. When children laugh at their missteps and receive gentle guidance from elders, their brains form stronger, lasting memories. This positive reinforcement turns the fear of failure into curiosity and determination. Picture a child named Juan who, after missing his first few throws, finally lands a successful catch. The entire village erupts in cheers, not because he was perfect, but because he dared to try. The sound of laughter, the clinking of candies, and the warm encouragement of elders create an unforgettable lesson. Mistakes are celebrated, not shunned. These celebration rituals do more than boost confidence. They cultivate stress tolerance and a calm, analytical approach to challenges. As one elder wisely explains, when we laugh at our failures, we learn to stay calm in a storm. By transforming every error into a moment of communal learning, Inuit children develop resilience that lasts a lifetime. But what happens next? How does this celebration of failure shape the way children learn to face even greater challenges? Animal stories that transform nature itself into a classroom. In a world of textbooks and memorized facts, Inuit children learn life lessons straight from nature. On the Arctic ice at -61 degrees Celsius, animals aren't just creatures, they're wise teachers whose behaviors hold the secrets of survival. Picture a scene on the frozen tundra. A child watches intently as a polar bear, known as Nanook, ambles slowly against the wind. This isn't a random walk. It's a carefully choreographed lesson in weather patterns and stealth. Seals, too, become unexpected mentors. Their calm, measured breathing and patient movements teach lessons in timing and restraint, skills essential for a successful hunt. In Inuit culture, animals are revered. They're not seen as mere prey, but as living symbols of wisdom. When elders share stories about these creatures, they weave practical survival tips into rich narratives. A tale of a clever fox might explain how its quick movements indicate changing wind directions, while an owl's silent flight becomes a metaphor for navigating through the darkest nights. These animal stories transform abstract survival concepts into memorable lessons that resonate on an emotional level. Modern survival training often reduces animals to targets or hazards. But here, every encounter is a learning opportunity. As one elder explains, when you watch the animals, you learn the language of the land. In this way, a child learns to read nature's subtle cues, a seal's breath, a fox's cautious glance, even the trail left by a lemming can signal critical information about ice stability or the location of safe paths. These narratives aren't just about technical skills, they embed ethics and respect into every lesson. Stories remind children that nature offers its guidance freely, but only to those who honor it. A hunter who treats an animal with respect is rewarded with nature's favor, while greed and recklessness bring misfortune. The impact is profound. Children absorb these lessons naturally, and later, when they face the harsh reality of the Arctic, their instincts, sharpened by years of observing animal behavior, guide them with remarkable precision. They learn not just to survive, but to thrive, with an innate understanding of the rhythms of the natural world. But if these animal stories can unlock nature's secrets, what further wisdom lies hidden in the bonds between community and tradition? While animal stories teach children to read the natural world, there's another crucial skill set these children must master. In today's Arctic, where smartphones jostle with snow knives for attention, a new generation learns survival skills through a blend of ancient wisdom and modern technology. Here, programs like Boys on the Land and the Ilitaxanic Nunavut Literacy Council transform the tundra into an immersive classroom, one where every lesson is both a nod to tradition and a step into the future. Imagine a group of youth trekking across frozen landscapes, their faces lit by both the glow of traditional oil lamps and the soft light of satellite screens. They learn to read ice formations with the same keen eyes that once watched over generations of hunters, yet now they also check GPS devices and digital maps to guide their journeys. This harmonious blend of old and new ensures that while technology enhances safety and learning, the core of Inuit knowledge remains unaltered. The tension between modern distractions and time-tested traditions is palpable. Many Inuit youth grow up amidst video games and social media, yet here in these programs, they are drawn back to the land, back to the roots of their cultural heritage. Through week-long expeditions, they build shelters using both traditional snow knives and modern tools, practice navigation with satellite forecasts, and engage in hands-on learning that reconnects them with nature. Statistics reveal the impact of these initiatives. Participants show 40% higher confidence in survival skills compared to their peers, and follow-up studies indicate a stronger cultural identity and environmental awareness that lasts for years. These numbers confirm what the elders have long known. Land-based learning forges deep, lasting knowledge that classroom walls simply cannot contain. Beyond skills, these programs serve as powerful mental health lifelines. In communities where isolation and rapid modernization have taken a toll, spending days on the land helps mend broken connections. One instructor sums it up perfectly. Here, learning becomes a holistic experience that nurtures resilience, purpose, and a profound bond with nature. Yet, challenges remain. Limited elder availability, funding constraints, and the lure of modern distractions pose constant hurdles. Still, innovative solutions continue to emerge, like incorporating drone photography to study animal migration, or using 3D printing to recreate traditional tools for urban youth. These adaptations ensure that while the methods evolve, the essence of Inuit knowledge remains intact. As we witness this dynamic classroom in action, a question lingers. How will these modern adaptations continue to honor ancient traditions while preparing youth for the challenges of a rapidly changing world? When the sun reappears after months of Arctic darkness, the entire community comes alive, not just to celebrate the return of light, but to honor survival itself. In Inuit culture, every celebration is a living test of skills and resilience, where learning and joy merge seamlessly. Imagine the return of the Sun Festival. As temperatures hover around -61 degrees Fahrenheit, children and adults alike demonstrate winter survival techniques through games, contests, and communal rituals. What might look like simple play to an outsider is, in fact, a carefully choreographed celebration of skills honed over generations. At these events, every effort is rewarded. A child's first attempt at a high kick or a seal hunt is met with cheers and the joyful toss of candies and small gifts. Instead of scolding failure, the community embraces it, understanding that each misstep is a stepping stone toward mastery. The candy toss, a beloved ritual, symbolizes catching future successes, reminding everyone that mistakes are not setbacks, but opportunities to learn. This festive atmosphere is no accident. Research shows that skills learned in emotionally charged, joyful settings are retained significantly longer. When children laugh with elders about early misfires and share in the excitement of each attempt, their brains build stronger, more resilient neural pathways. In these celebrations, every challenge becomes a lesson, and every success, no matter how small, reinforces the power of persistence. Consider a scene where a young hunter named Juan, after missing his first few throws, finally lands a well-timed strike. The village erupts, not solely because he succeeded, but because his determination shone through every attempt. In that moment, the sound of applause, the clatter of candies, and the warm smiles of elders create a memory that fuels his confidence for years to come. These celebrations serve multiple purposes. They reinforce survival techniques, nurture mental resilience, and strengthen the bonds within the community. They also act as subtle skill assessments. Elders carefully observe each participant, offering tailored guidance to ensure every child can grow into a confident, capable survivor. Yet, even as these events foster individual growth, they also unite the community. In a landscape where isolation can be deadly, shared celebrations remind everyone that survival is a collective effort. The joy and camaraderie witnessed at these festivals forge a deep cultural identity, a reminder that every challenge faced is done together. The Inuit approach reveals a surprising truth. Effective survival training weaves essential skills into cultural joy. Their methods show how play, storytelling, and celebration create deeper learning than conventional instruction. Could making math a game or science a story improve retention? Inuit survival rates in extreme cold are 300% higher than trained outsiders with modern gear. What if every classroom could harness this transformative joy in learning? Their success comes from building systems where skills are inseparable from daily life. If you found this exploration valuable, subscribe for more well-made documentaries. I love making content for my audience.